Good morning, everyone. In this class, we are going to discuss about major sources of population data. Okay, population data is also known as demographical data. Okay, accurate data is critical for making effective socioeconomic, political, and cultural decisions for a nation. It allows us to answer fundamental questions and plan for the future. Okay, for strategic planning, informs where to build schools, hospitals, and infrastructure. Okay, for resource management, answers do we process enough food, land, and other resources for our people? Achieving national goals, essential for tracking progress towards sustainable development goals, that is SDGs, and ensuring intergenerational equity. Then historical precedent, from the Greek Vedic times to the Roman Empire, administrators have always relied on population numbers for decision making. Okay, these are some importance of population data collection. Okay, population sources, needs of population sources. Okay, what are the data? Hospitals and infrastructure, schools, national goals, SDGs. Okay, these are population data. Okay, now the 5 core sources of population data during these times, recent times: international publications, that is research journals, newspaper articles, books, publications, and government reports, etc. Then census, vital statistics, sample surveys, population registers. Okay, we will explore use of these 5 major sources in detail with special focus on their application in India. Okay, number 1 source, the census, a complete national photograph. Okay, census is a complete national photograph. The single largest source for population studies worldwide, aiming to count every individual in a country at a specific point in time. Okay, global historical milestones. There are some global milestones in regarding the census procedures. Okay, in 1665, first modern style census conducted in New France, present day Quebec in Canada. And in 1703, census conducted in Iceland. In 1790, first periodical census began in the United States. In 1802, periodical census began in Britain and France. Okay, the Indian census, a legacy of nation building. Okay, key timeline and facts about Indian census are like this. In 1872, first census initiated under British Viceroy Lord Mayo. Okay, under the direction of British Viceroy Lord Mayo, the first census was initiated in India in 1872. After that, in 1881, first regular synchronous census conducted, establishing the decennial pattern. Then governing body conducted by the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Legal framework, all censuses since 1951 have been conducted under the 1948 Census of India Act. Okay, Census of India Act. Okay, there are some prominent personalities relating to our census procedures in India, census history. Okay, the first Census Commissioner of Independent India was A.R.A. Gopalaswamy. Okay, then Prasanta Chandra Mahalanobis was the founder of the Indian Statistical Institute, ISI, in 1931. A key institution now under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, that is MOSPI. Okay, now how the census works. Okay, core principles and methods. There are 2 core characteristics of census: periodicity and simultaneity. Okay, periodicity, conducted at a regular fixed interval. In India, this is decennial, that is every 10 years. Okay, in India, the census conducted in every 10 years interval. Then simultaneity, the population is counted at a single specific point in time, known as the census moment or reference date. That is example, sunrise, first March of the census year, etc. Okay, these are 2 characteristics of census: periodicity, and simultaneity. Then de facto method, okay, counts individuals based on their current residence at the census moment. It is essential a one-night enumeration. Okay, enumeration. Then de jure method, okay, counts individuals based on their permanent residence. Okay, it is also called period enumeration and is considered more practical and scientific. Okay, these are some methods, 2 methods of census. Okay, these are 2 characteristics, these are 2 methods of census. Now The challenges of billion person count. Okay, challenges of a census. High cost, a massive financial undertaking, then intrusiveness and privacy, growing concerns about data privacy, accessibility, difficulties in reaching remote or unsafe areas and secure urban apartments, then complex living arrangements, counting nomads, refugees, the homeless and individuals with multiple residence, timeliness, data can become outdated before it's fully utilized, example still relying on 2011 data, systematic issues, corruption and a lack of sufficient professional manpower can impact data quality. Okay, another source of census is vital statistics, the continuous pulse of the population. Okay, a system of continuous, permanent and compulsory, that is CPC, recording of key life events, what it takes: births, deaths, marriages, divorces and adoption, etc. System name also known as the vital registration system, VRS, or civil registration system, CRS. Historical context of this vital statistics: first modern system introduced in England and Wales in 1836, followed by Scotland in 1854. Okay, this is source to vital statistics. Okay, a dual purpose: safeguarding citizens and guiding the states. For the individual, legal proof serves as vital evidence to prove nationality, age and identity. Social security, essential for settling inheritance, claiming insurance and assessing family allowance. Protects social status, provides a legal record of parentage and family relationships. For administration, population dynamics, a primary tool to study real-time changes in population, birth rates, death rates. Public health, birth records guide vaccination and immunization programs. Governance, death records help maintain accurate electoral rule and manage social security schemes. Okay, these are some importance of vital statistics. Okay, then source 3, sample surveys. Okay, this is sample survey, a strategic deep dive. Core definition of sample survey is a method where detailed data is obtained from a carefully selected sample of the population rather than the entire population. Okay, this is conducted for a careful selected sample of the population. Okay, specific population or limited population rather than the entire population. This provides deeper insights on specific topics. Okay, it is related to deeper, basically it's conducted basically a research perspective or a implementation of any government schemes and programs. Key proponent: the sampling method was strongly advocated by P.C. Mahalanobis as an efficient tool for decision making. 3 key types of demographic surveys in India: National Sample Survey, NSS, Sample Registration System, and SRS, National Family and Health Survey, NFHS. Okay, this is sample surveys. Okay, 3 key surveys shaping Indian policy: National Sample Survey, NSS, conducted by National Sample Survey Organization, NSSO, since 1972 under MOSPI. Focus: provides crucial data on household consumption, production patterns and employment. Sample Registration System, SRS, it was conducted by Office of the Registrar General India. It focuses a primary source for annual estimates of infant mortality rate, birth rate, death rate and other key fertility and mortality indicators. National Family and Health Survey, NFHS, a collaborative project involving IIPS Mumbai, ORC Metro USA and the East West Center USA. Recent findings are: the latest NFHS report was notable for indicating India's sex ratio has improved to 1020 females per 1000 males. Okay, this is a crucial significant results, outcomes of this National Family and Health Survey conducting recently. Okay, now the power and pitfall of sampling. Advantages: efficiency, requires a smaller number of staffs. Depth and accuracy allows for more skilled interviews and detailed questionnaires, leading to more accurate information on specific topics. Frequency, can be conducted more often than a full census to track changes or address emerging issues. Disadvantages: incomplete picture, cannot replace a complete count and is subject to sampling error. Dependency, relies heavily on the census for its sampling frame, and inaccurate census will lead to a faulty sample survey. Requires expertise, efficient sampling requires deep knowledge of stratification and statistical methods. Okay, these are some advantages and disadvantages of sampling. Okay, advantages are efficiency, depth and accuracy and frequency, and disadvantage: incomplete picture, dependency and request expertise. Okay, source 4 of population sources: population registers. Okay, the living national leader. ledger. Core definition: a registration system that maintains a continuous record of the demographic and socioeconomic particulars of each resident. Pioneer: Sweden was the first country to start this system, that is population registration. The Indian context: National Population Register (NPR) mandatory for every usual resident of India to register as per the Citizenship Act 1955 and Citizenship Rules 2003. Data collected includes name, address, date of birth, occupation, educational qualification, nationality, etc. Recent relevance: National Register of Citizens, that is NRC, a register of all legal Indian citizens intended to identify illegal immigrants, implemented for Assam with plans for nationwide rollout facing protest. Citizenship Amendment Act, that is CAA 2019, passed alongside NRC discussions, leading to widespread protest over concerns it could be used to deprive certain communities of citizenship. Okay, this is the population registration. Okay, source 5 of population data source: international publications. Okay, the global benchmark. Core idea: the United Nations and its various specialized agencies are primary source for standardized comparable population data across the world. United Nations publishes the demographic yearbook, the most comprehensive source for world population statistics, size, density, birth, death rates, and migration, etc. And UNDP produced the annual Human Development Report (HDR). WHO publishes World Health Statistics. UNESCO publishing Economic Capital Yearbook. Other agencies like FAO Production Yearbook, ILO International Labour Organization Yearbook of Labour Statistics, UNESCO Statistical Yearbook. Okay, these are some another sources of population data. Okay, the source of population data at a glance. Okay, source, scope, frequency, primary use. Okay, census, scope, complete count, frequency, decennial, that is decadal, 10 years. Primary use case: national planning and resource allocation. In terms of vital statistics: scope, continuous events; frequency, continuous and real time; primary use case: health and demographic dynamics. In terms of sample survey: scope, representative sample; frequency, periodic ad hoc; primary use case: in-depth policy research. In terms of population register or scope: all residents; frequency, continuously updated; primary use case: citizenship and administration. In terms of international publications: scope, global comparative; frequency, annual; and primary use case: international benchmarking. Okay, understanding the strengths and limitations of each source is crucial for accurate analysis and effective public administration. Okay, in this class we have discussed about the source of demographic data or population data in India or global level. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any doubt and query, just let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Thank you.